made it and made it big.
For Chicago, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Jordan sets the pick for Paul. Off the pick. That one a little long.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Deflects the pass, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. Paul outside. Los Angeles with another miss.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down.
Look at that jam! I mean, just beautiful.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
And, guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit, I can tell you that. Watch out. He can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that way.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Here's Paul. Jimmy Butler making his last shot, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot. Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. McDermott, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
And the Bulls making a change here. Snell's checked in.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team and the way they approach the game. And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
Paul for 3. Again, the miss by Paul.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
Now, here's Redick. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go.
The clear look at the hoop, he doesn't miss many of those.
Here's the lob to the hoop.
Looky here, looky here. How about that one? That play, take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook for future reference.
Perfectly done. You put it on a platter for him. Gosh, that was neat.
And guys, how about the touch there on the finish? Really just flawless.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Josh Smith, he's checked in for Griffin. Pierce comes in for Johnson. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers in for Paul. And Chicago also making a switch. McDermott's checked in for Tony Snell. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages. compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
Nice shot by McDermott. Clippers trail by 4. And 1:01 left here in the first quarter. Here's Rivers. Crawford drives in, and the layup's good off the glass. Crawford's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Rose kicks to McDermott. Shoots a fader. Can't hit.
Well, the defense recognized how dangerous he is out there and got right up on him. Didn't give him any space.
Back to Pierce. From deep. Rebound by the Bulls. Noah's got his 5th rebound in this one. That's a 2 from Butler. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And it's 6 points for Butler.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
And that's not going to go. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Bulls. They're up by 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. When your starters feel that good about their second unit guys, that's a heck of an asset that a team can have. And if you've seen Chris Paul cheering from the bench, you know that it's very, very true.
And Kevin, that's the kind of team that's always been so much fun to play on. Everybody's really pulling for one another, no matter who's playing. Even in practice, with that kind of a team, you tend to have more fun.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they had success.
Austin Rivers is out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Smith. Then there's Griffin, and it's Johnson in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Chris Paul, he's checked in for the Clippers. And now Moore pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the rejection by Smith. The Clippers trail. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Johnson against Moore. Up top, Griffin. 5 on the clock. His first shot coming late. And Gibson sends it back. Launches a 3. Paul can't get it to go. For Chicago, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. That one goes. Count it. Moore's got the lead up to 4 now for the Bulls.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And how about now a quick check of the league's assist leaders. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Chris Paul, 4th.
Kevin, anybody who can move the ball like this guy does is a valuable asset to a team. He actually might be more dangerous passing than shooting.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
It's tipped. Kicks it to Smith. Here's Griffin, rejected by Gasol. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
And while we got a chance, let's look at some numbers for Butler. He's getting around 20 points per, just over 2 steals and 5 rebounds. Night in and night out, he's their #1 option offensively.
That's why he leads the team in scoring. Almost every play feels like it runs through him.
Now here's Redick. Not a lot of room. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
How about the shooting percentage, though? In the low 30s. That tells you all you need to know.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal. To shoot that poorly, you almost have to try to miss to shoot that poorly. Rarely do you see numbers like that at the NBA level.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
And guys, what a strange rookie campaign for Dougie McBuckets. I mean, he entered the draft as a polished sharpshooter. The Bulls traded up in the first round to get him, and he ended up playing 9 minutes a game over the course of last season.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And on the topic of Doug McDermott, one of the most decorated college players in recent history, and Clark, he called a lot of his games.
Yeah, enjoyed watching him play, and I still think he has a bright future. Just never found any real rhythm. Averaged only 3 points a game, but he didn't get much playing time, so look for him to bounce back in the years going forward.
The drive by Paul, stolen by Noah. And here come the Bulls again. Chicago with the fast break. That's good. Rose has got his second bucket.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it. He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
McDermott with it, and it's Johnson picking him up.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Paul goes in, kicks it out to Johnson. Three-pointer. Rebounded by McDermott.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it, "Are you kidding me?"
Outside for Gasol. Got a piece of it. Crawford with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Crawford's got it. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals that allows you to get out in transition.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Not to the surprise of anyone, really, but the Clippers last year were strong at home once again. They managed to go 30-11 at Staples Center.
And Kevin, that makes 3 straight seasons for the Clippers of 30 or more wins at home.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Smith. Pierce comes in for Wesley Johnson. And it's Rivers in for Paul.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
The Bulls leading by 4.
You know, the big thing for the Clippers is that they won some big games in Staples over tough opponents. I mean, also won 6 of their last 7 to secure the 3 seed in the West.
Moore passes to Heinrich. And Gibson here with...
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And the Clippers making a change here. Paul's checked in. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Crawford with the steal. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Rose. Here's McDermott. The offensive rebound.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And that's the kind of play you just do